There's that old saying that celebrities are above the law. And frankly, I think this list kind of proves that, because while tons of restrictions have been put in place to stop the spread of coronavirus, not all celebrities have been following them. Some have even flaunted it online to make matters worse. That's why today on InformOverload, we're going to be talking about the top 10 celebrities exposed for breaking COVID rules. And we could probably make 20 parts to this series, frankly. I'm Mackenzie, and let's get into it. In at number 10, Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner broke COVID rules multiple times over the course of the pandemic. One time was when she was caught going to her friend Anastasia Stassi-Kranikalu's house while the state's shelter-in-place orders were taking effect. They also posted pictures and made TikToks together, proving that they were not distancing whatsoever. Many fans found this hypocritical, as Kylie had said online to practice social distancing and stay home to curb the spread of coronavirus. Then Kylie decided to go to Paris while the country was banning Americans from traveling there. This trip was legal as it was for Kylie Cosmetics, but since Kylie brought friends along and took pictures all over the city, it seemed like she was doing some vacationing as well. And at number 9, Tom Brady. Superstar quarterback Tom Brady was exposed for working out at a public park while it was closed. Parks in Tampa Bay closed during the pandemic to stop the spread and to prevent crowds from gathering. However, it was revealed that patrol found Brady exercising alone at a park that was closed off to the public. Brady was asked to leave the park, which he did. After the news broke, the city of Tampa's Twitter account wrote, quote, "Sorry Tom Brady, our Tampa Parks team can't wait to welcome you and our entire community back. Until then, stay safe and stay home as much as you can to help flatten the curve." And at number 8, Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin was called out in the beginning of the pandemic for visiting his parents, James Brolin, and his stepmother, Barbara Streisand, despite orders to social distance. As a response to the backlash for breaking social distancing rules, he said, quote, "My father lives next door to us and we had a plan to go see them and not be near them. And that plan was broken and that's our responsibility." He continued by saying his actions were irresponsible, adding, quote, "It's hard to be honest sometimes. It's hard to be honest and say, maybe I messed up." He continued saying the backlash had made him realize his mistake and learn for the future. And at number 7, Evangeline Lilly. Evangeline Lilly got huge backlash after she announced online that her and her family would not be social distancing because it was infringing on her rights. And this was right at the beginning of the pandemic when we were not sure how deadly that the virus was, which made the comments even more irresponsible. In the caption of the post, she wrote, quote, "Where we are right now feels a little too close to martial law for my comfort already, all in the name of a respiratory flu." When followers pointed out that she could affect other people's lives by refusing to social distance, she shared that she lives with her father, who is stage 4 leukemia, but said that she values her freedom over everything. Saying in a comment, quote, "I'm also immune compromised at the moment. I have 2 young kids. Some people value their lives over freedom. Some people value freedom over their lives. We all make our choices." But after even more backlash, Lilly posted a long apology where she said her comments were irresponsible and she thought she was making the situation more calm, but instead she was projecting her fears. And number 6, Madonna. If you saw my video on Madonna, then you know she's been traveling like crazy over the last few months. She faced backlash when she flew from the UK to New York to attend Stephen Klein's birthday party, according to Page 6. The party was also live streamed, showing tons of footage of everyone hugging without masks. To make matters worse, days before crossing continents, Madonna announced that she tested positive for COVID-19 antibodies, and she would be going for a long drive to breathe in all the COVID air. But since no data shows that the antibodies prevent people from getting the virus again, she was spreading misinformation. She also decided to spend the holidays flying to 5 countries in 3 weeks, while most of the world was subjected to travel bans. Halfway number 5, Iggy Azalea. Iggy Azalea was called out for having a manicurist come to her home while non-essential businesses were closed and non-essential workers were told to stay at home. Iggy decided to have a nail tech come to her home and do her nails, which started backlash on social media. It started when Iggy posted a photo of her fresh nails to Twitter with the caption, quote, "Getting your nails done and they turn out just how you wanted really does put you in the best mood." Iggy responded with criticism saying, quote, "If I want to risk having a worker in my home, that is my business, not yours." Then saying to another person, quote, "I haven't left my house, so if she did, that's my choice to stay here and be sick. Also, she's a nail tech, mask and glove. Relax, we weren't tongue kissing, I promise." In at number 4, Luka Jovic. Real Madrid player Luka Jovic was called out for breaking quarantine restrictions after traveling. After he flew from Spain to his home, isolation guidelines say to isolate for 28 days since he was coming from Spain, which had a high number of cases. But he was seen outside of his home before the 28 days was up. Jovic responded to the backlash on Instagram, quote, "First of all, I am very sorry that I am the main topic these days and that I'm constantly being written about, not the heroes of the crisis, doctors, and all the medical professionals." Then saying that he was not informed of the guidelines, quote, "It is very unfortunate for me that some people did their job unprofessionally and did not give me the correct instructions for how to behave in self-isolation. In Spain, I was allowed to go to the pharmacy and a supermarket so that I could get groceries that I needed, which is not the case here." But the response to that apology was not great, as the president later said that Jovic would be arrested if he was seen outside again. And at number 3, Rita aura. Rita not only broke the law once, but twice. Rita decided to have a party to celebrate her 30th birthday at a Notting Hill restaurant with about 30 people. And to make matters worse, according to the police, Rita's team gave that restaurant £5,000 to break the lockdown rules for her birthday in November, which proves that she knew it was wrong but turned to bribery. Cara and Poppy Delevingne were also there. Rita took to Instagram to apologize, but days later, people realized that she had broken another law. Because before the party, she flew to Egypt to perform, and after she flew back, she was supposed to quarantine for 14 days in the UK, but instead she had that 30th birthday party only a day later, breaking isolation restrictions. And at number 2, Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa was called out for attending a party during the pandemic. This was after she posted multiple photos to Twitter of her out at a party, sharing pictures with her boyfriend Anwar Hadid as well as Jaden Smith. It was made worse when fans discovered the pictures were from a party Dua threw for her 25th birthday. Tons of her fans called her out in the replies of the tweet, with one fan posting a previous tweet from Dua where she said she didn't film a music video because of the pandemic. She also received backlash when she traveled to Mexico for a vacation. And finally, at number 1, Kendall Jenner. Kendall Jenner was called out online after she threw a huge Halloween party, and I was shocked at how many celebrities attended that party. The Weeknd, Doja Cat, Justin Bieber, and Winnie Harlow were all reportedly in attendance. At the time of the party, California state government only allowed gatherings with a maximum of 3 households. And the shadiest part was that Kendall put notes around the party that people were allowed to take pictures, but they were not allowed to post it on social media, because obviously Kendall did not want to get caught throwing the party. But that didn't even work, because the people that ended up posting about the party and exposing Kendall were her own sisters, Kim and Kylie. In an attempt to defend Kendall, her mother Kris Jenner said that guests had been tested on arrival. And even if that's true, we know that rapid tests are not very trustworthy. Alright guys, that's all for the list. Let me know your thoughts below. Were there any of these celebrities that shocked you? Personally, I wasn't shocked by anything. Now I'm going to shout out the comments from YouTubers that took mental health breaks. So Danny said, true fans will understand the breaks. Mental health is always important. I completely agree. I think most fans understand the breaks, but it's more so just the YouTube algorithm doesn't understand and punishes creators essentially. Then Megan said, I mean, having your life online for years and sharing everything with everyone and having your entire life scrutinized over everything you do must be extremely difficult. Oh yeah, it's horrible, I'm sure, and I can't believe people do it for years on end, no breaks. It's crazy. And then Vahara said, it just reminds you they are people too. They typically put their lives online for millions to see. Yeah, it's a lot. This social media thing is new too, so we don't even really know the long-term mental health impacts of doing this as your job. It's really, really crazy to think about. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around. If you made it all the way here, if you liked the video and want to see some more, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I'll catch you on the next one.